United still have to go and keep. It's still a process. So you guys are dreaming for trophy already.
Of course, they're going to win this.
With what you played against Sociedad.
Sociedad
didn't play anything and you guys still lost. You tell me it's because of the coach died.
No.
You said you all have been lamenting and you want Casemiro
it could have been a draw.
Look at Casemiro.
It could have been a draw.
Casemiro has been playing against Sociedad for how many years?
Right, we interrupt our regular scheduled program to bring you breaking news from the United Kingdom. Her Majesty the Queen has passed away last night, meaning we have a new king in England, King Charles. Mo Salah is no longer the only king in England. We've gotten news that Premier League football will be called off for the next 10 days.
2 weeks.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but me personally, I'm happy. I can't lie.
You're happy. You'll be happy. Look at them. Liverpool.
Okay, let's take a break. This season started too fast. See how Napoli were rushing me.
28% win rate. That's so poor.
It's quite terrible. So yeah, let's just cool off. But what we're really here to discuss, our main question of the day is what's going on at your football club, Chelsea. You guys are in spotlight today.
Yeah.
Thomas Tuchel sacked Graham Potter in. Question of the day. Should Thomas Tuchel have been sacked?
Actually, you know, for a football club like Chelsea, like going through the transition moment and new ownership and new board, I think for me, Thomas Tuchel was the only man left from the last era. You understand? That who knows the culture of the club, that understands what Chelsea Football Club attains and what they want to achieve in terms of vision and mission. But I think for our poor run of form, and there's more to the story before it being sacked. I think Chelsea really needs a new face. Do you understand? To walk aligned with the transition that we are going through right now. I think for me, as a Chelsea fan, I'm so sad and it was shocking. I mean, nobody expected Thomas Tuchel to just live like that with that pedigree and landmark he has already created. We've won it all with him giving us the trophy, which is the Football Club World Cup, and which was the last one we are missing. I think for me, it's sad, but we move.
What do you think about it as a United fan or a neutral looking on?
Generally, you have to feel sad about Tuchel because I didn't quite expect it. I was, like I opened the Twitter, I said, he's been sacked. Nobody expected it. He's had a tough run, but I think, he should have been given till the international break, till December, to sort himself out. But it was quite too sudden for him to be sacked. Yeah. And that is absolutely ruthless.
Yeah, I think, for me, there's more to the story because I heard more articles came out after the sack that there were a lack of break in communication between him and Todd Bowley. Because why would you back somebody with spending more than any other person that would ever spend in the Premier League in a transfer window? You spend up to 270-something thousand pounds, million pounds, or to back a manager, and at the end of the day, after 6 games, you sack him. I think for me, there's more to the story. Break in communication, where we have the transfer of Rafinha not been going through, because this man knows nothing about football. He is just here, but he understands the business. So he gave you all the power. You have the whole power to decide the transfer. What we are going to do is to back you. Okay, we are there. You want this guy. We've sealed the deal. We agreed the deal. So preach the club to this guy. Talk to this guy. Do you understand? And I feel along the line, Thomas Tuchel felt there's too much on him for him to manage the team.
Exactly.
Practice,
there was too much on him because he was getting involved in a lot. Concerning the football club.
Yeah, psychologically, he felt tired and he lost it.
Change of ownership.
Do you understand? So for me, I understand the owners because in the point in time, the owners will look like they are daft, like they don't know what they are doing. Sealing a deal, expecting your manager to preach and talk to the player, and he's nowhere to be found. I mean, you look silly. You understand what I mean? Yeah. And it happens with Rafinha. Same thing happens with Koundé. Because at the end of the day, we found out like Barcelona went in and hijacked the deal because Xavi was active. Do you understand? Yeah. So I think that's part of the reasons. And along the line, I heard that when we are trying to buy Cucurella from Brighton, that's when Graham Potter surfaced. They talk about Graham Potter from the player's agent, from the football club when they were negotiating and everything. And I think Todd Bowley said, okay, who's this Graham Potter? I think I love the guy, and that's how it all taken you.
From my angle, I feel like it didn't come as that much of a surprise to me, to be honest. Because coming into this season, I felt as if I didn't have Chelsea to make top 4 for the start of this season. And when the game started, I felt like they're still not going to make top 4 from when the match started. So I felt like the fact that they have a new ownership coming in, like, this guy just spent 200 and something million. He's new, he has a new toy. He wants to win quickly. You've seen the way Chelsea have done it in the past, where Roman will sack a manager, somebody comes in and they win. I thought Bowley, he wants a new shiny toy. Like, he's not ready to see his new investment play Europa League next season. Like, that's not what Todd Bowley signed up for. So it doesn't come as that much of a surprise to me.
For me, I think that is not the point, because if you look at Todd Bowley, and he has been a sport businessman for a long time, do you understand? And he's not a sacking person. He's not like, he's not ruthless like Abramovich. LA Dodgers, this same consortium own LA Dodgers, LA Dodgers coach right now is spending the 10th year. He's been there for 10 years, and they have the poor run period. They didn't sack him. He's just been awarded a 3-year, be 5 years extended contract. Do you understand?
It's a different view from football. But do you think Abramovich would have sacked Tuchel?
No, of course he would. It would have been like, okay, you're in a poor form run, you know that you'll be sacked, but not as quick as 6 games. Do you understand? So for me, the Tuchel sack has been on ground before we even start.
I think that was the case. I think he knew he wanted to sack him, but it was too hard to sack him because he was still Champions League. He hadn't gone bad yet. So now that I started going bad.
Do you understand?
And if you want to play to the rumors, I heard that Todd Bowley really wanted Cristiano Ronaldo for his new Chelsea project. Tuchel got in the way of that, and that's where the bad blood kind of started. So they weren't seeing eye to eye on a number of things
because
we came into
you know, if you're staying away from something, there must be a cogent reason behind it. As a businessman, you know that okay, the football club will make more money because of the likes of Ronaldo as a brand on its own. Do you understand? So, and also looking at Chelsea Football Club, we are toothless in attack. We need someone to bang in the goals. So we have the offer to have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo up front as just a 1 time or 2 years just short time. Do you understand? Before we can have someone that will be on a permanent base. But you said no. Why? No reason. Do you understand what it means? So there must be a reason behind it, but that led to the breakdown.
So Tuchel is out, Graham Potter is in, and that brings us to our hit or miss. Do you think this decision is a hit or a miss?
For me, Graham Potter, looking at his career, where he all started from the Leeds University, when he was a sporting director to Ghana women football team. Then he Östersund, that's in Sweden. From the 4th tier, he brought them to the 1st tier. He won the league for them to come to the 1st tier, qualified for Europa League. Went into knockout stages with Östersund. Do you understand what it means? It shows that he is a progressive coach. He has the lead. And also look like Swansea, from Swansea to Brighton. Brighton was fighting for relegation when he came in. From Brighton right now, Brighton finished 9th last season from 15th 2 seasons ago. Now they are in 4th in table. It shows that there's kind of progression. Do you understand? It's kind of a long-time project for Chelsea as a coach. So for me, I think it's going to be a hit for me.
Well, I totally agree with him, but I think he's going to need a lot of time at the moment because he's still a young coach. He will try to get his way of playing into this Chelsea football, this Chelsea side. And you watch his side at Brighton; they play good football. But I think it's going to take a lot of time. Definitely. And I think Chelsea fans are going to give him that time. So I think it's a hit. It's a hit, but it is going to take time. And I don't think they're going to make the Champions League.
This season.
If they didn't sack Tuchel, I would have said, oh, they're going to make 4th. But sacking Tuchel, I don't think Potter has that pedigree. He's going to try to implement his style of play. Well, it depends on how they adapt. But I think they're not going to make top 4.
So, sorry.
For me, I think I'll say it's a hit because I think from a footballing standpoint, it's the right decision. I like to see young managers, like for all the things you said he's accomplished, to get this opportunity at the big stage. Like, let's see if he can make it there. He's a manager I've kind of looked at thinking if Jurgen Klopp leaves, this is one of the young up-and-coming, probably one of the best up-and-coming managers in the Premier League. He's only 47 years old, which kind of young. But I think that might count against him for similar reasons that Andre Villas-Boas didn't work at Chelsea because of his age. I don't know if he's going to be able to, like, the Chelsea dressing room and the culture at Chelsea is that needs a stern man who can really take control of it. And I don't know if Graham Potter, he might be out of his depth coming in Chelsea. Now we're dealing with a different group of players. Like, now you're trying to sign maybe the Mbappes and the best players in the world from trying to deal with new Mope and co. It might not be the same. So I think it's a hit, but he's going to need the time, and Chelsea are going to have to do things differently from how they've previously done for it to work. Fair enough. We hope it goes well for Graham Potter.
Thank you.
Like, this is the Premier League. You don't know, it can go any which way possible.
He has the knowledge. He has been in Premier League for a while.
So there's another question. Taking us back to our questions of the day. There's a question I want you guys to tell me as neutrals. You guys can be honest with me.
Okay.
Do you think Liverpool is finished?
Finished is not the word.
Finished.
Finished is not the word. In the beginning of the show, they got it all wrong in the transfer market. I mean, they've got it right before in the past, but they needed recruitment, especially in that midfield area. You've got Henderson, you've got Miona. I think the only one I can take from that midfield, it's Fabinho.
And he's not even playing well. He's tired. He's running around for 3 people. Like, what Fabinho is leggy.
Shady.
Like I said, finish is not the word, but I think, well, they signed Otto from, and it was a panic buy, obviously.
Yeah,
it was a panic buy. And I think it's going to be a hard season for them in the Champions. I never expected that result with Napoli, to be honest with you.
What do you expect?
No, I never expected that result. But looking at their form from the beginning of the season, the 2-2 draw they had with Fulham, the draw they had again, and then the loss they had at Old Trafford, I was beginning to think, this is not the Liverpool I know. This is not the Liverpool. They normally start their games on the front foot. But if you watch Liverpool now, they're kind of slow and there's something not just right, and I believe it's that midfield. They've not got that pedigree any longer in that midfield. I think Keita is out. Henderson is not. Henderson always out. Henderson is not.
And he's out. Henderson is now out again.
Henderson is not someone. Henderson is not someone you can rely on. So I think, and also, you know who you are missing up front.
Who?
Sadio Mane.
Yeah. I think for me, since Mane left, they lost it. Mane left, they lost it. The attack was toothless. I can just see this guy called, what's his name? Nunez, jumping around. Diaz is the only one trying everything.
But that's Sadio Mane's replacement now. So you can't say Mane is the problem.
I understand. But the attacking style of Liverpool changed. All because we have Daniel Nunez. If you watch Liverpool games lately, since the beginning of the season, we saw the likes of Salah drifting more left, to the left. He's not coming in. Do you understand? Because they want more space for Nunez as the physicality of Nunez. So he expects more cross and all this work from, Salah. Do you understand? So we have the likes of Luis Diaz. He will keep up the job of Sadio Mane, which is drifting in from the left. When we have the crosses and all this dribble around Nunez to poaching the ball. He's good physically, aerial duel. You can win balls, do you understand? But can he finish?
The guy is not good, Joe.
Relax. Can he finish? That's the point, number one. Number two, their midfields are old guys. They have old guys. Henderson.
That's number one, Daniel.
Henderson cannot be a first team football player in Fulham. I can categorically. He can't.
He does not.
No.
He starts for England.
He does not. They started Rice, Calvin Phillips,
Rice will start ahead. Rice will start ahead.
No, Hurricane.
What are you saying, bro?
He's the captain, but that's
he's just the captain. He's a captain.
That's because he likes to shout, but the quality, Henderson.
The quality is not there anymore.
He has been directly responsible for 2/3 of the goals Liverpool have considered in the Premier League.
Honestly, error that leads to goal this season from Henderson is true. Already, you know that, and he's a pivot.
And that's direct error. He's made some other mistakes.
Yes, of
They're
course.
just counting.
He's playing in the pivot, and once you notice, pivot players are very pivotal. Do you understand what I mean? They are very, very important. Once you lose the ball, your defense is in problem.
They're done.
That's why we can see the likes of Van Dijk, Paul, because already
exposed.
He has been
exposed.
There's nobody there now.
Nobody,
have you seen James Milner trying to defend the counter-attack in 2022? When he's chasing young men down, it's embarrassing. I feel sorry for him. It's like when you see an old man walking to his car, it's like, let me help this guy now.
Of course.
Guy is falling, he's dropping, it's embarrassing.
And also, you can see now they are so exposed to the Trent Alexander-Arnold. So exposed. Because that guy, correctly, the guy is good when it comes to attacking wise, crossing the ball, loading, giving Sterling passes. It's so good. But when it comes to defense, it's shambles. Do you understand? When you go past him, look at that first goal that Anguissa scored against you guys, the Napoli guy. You can see the 1-2 ball, and he just stand there watching. You are the number 3. You chase the ball, bro. Chase the ball.
He does not know how to defend. He needs to do him like Gareth Bale did and move into attack. And you're right, we could survive with him when our midfield were actual midfielders.
Honestly.
When Jordan Henderson was like 2-3 years younger and was actually covering the ground, we could survive. But now we just can't. Trent is exposed, Van Dijk is exposed. We're down bad, as in God save the Queen. She's giving us some time, man. These 10 days. Good looking out, Lizzie.
God save the Queen.
So to recover, but what I think is, because for me, the main problem has been what we both mentioned, is the problem in the midfield. And I feel like with Thiago is fit again, Arthur is fit again. At least now we can control games. When you have midfielders that cannot hold the ball, like we can't sustain attacks, as in the ball comes to them, it bounces off them, blah, blah, blah. At least now we have Thiago who can play threaded passes into the middle, not all these sideways passing for 90 minutes, waiting for the crosses. Exactly. Creative midfielder. Thiago can do a job. Hopefully he trusts Arthur and he plays him. I think Diogo Jota coming back should take the load off Darwin Núñez, and Jota is probably better than Núñez, to be honest.
For me, I don't know why.
He was injured now. He's just fit now.
He got fit. He was there since 2 games.
No. He just became fit now. So now he's fit. After this 10 games,
90 minutes
no,
ready.
he didn't play 90 minutes. He hasn't played 90 minutes yet.
Of course.
Because he's not fully fit now. He didn't have a preseason. So now with Jota back in, maybe Núñez can be used less, Firmino used less. If we still look bad with Thiago inside, yeah, I believe he shall play there instead of Milner. From when I saw that lineup against Napoli and I saw Milner there, I knew it was done, and it's making me wonder, Klopp, maybe you follow Tuchel back to Germany, like, because you're moving funny. Some of these decisions he's making.
Maybe it's just the 7th season syndrome.
Or maybe it's that, maybe he has gotten tired. But he did say that he needs to reinvent. We need to reinvent the side. So he's going to reflect this little break that they've given him. He needs to sit down, reflect, and hopefully he can get it back.
But I think you guys have to manage that till January. You have no choice.
Manage what, the squad?
Yes.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that we need to change the style of play.
Of
Maybe we need to change the formation. It's not working. Maybe we become too predictable. Because I believe the predictability was what cost us in that Champions League final. People know what they're going to get from Liverpool. They know our high line is going to.
I think the style of play has already changed. I didn't see the game versus Napoli, but I think
it has.
Núñez coming in. I think it's the first time Liverpool are playing with
a striker.
Yes, in over 5 years.
Yes.
He doesn't have that quality that Firmino has. Like a 9 that can do other things.
Watch out for Firmino.
Yeah,
whenever he's on the field,
that kind of strike. So I think the style of play is going to change, and it's going to take time. But with Núñez and Firmino, they're two different. Firmino is not going to be as prolific as Núñez.
But Salah will
eventually be. But he creates more. His overall gameplay is better than Núñez. So I think up front, I think that is actually one of the problems they're facing there up front.
But I think a change in tactic needs to be done. I feel like you're saying, because Núñez is playing up top now, I think maybe we need to change. Maybe play 4-2-3-1. Because before, with our 4-3-3, Firmino is there and he has all that space to drop in. He can play as it can be like a diamond midfield.
Give that space to
but Núñez cannot do that. So let's leave Núñez up front and let's play a 10 behind him. And then play 2 City midfielders. That's what I think should be done. We'll see where that club, we'll see what it does.
Yeah.
But that takes us away from lamenting over our football clubs. Manchester United, things are looking pretty okay for you. Except the L yesterday versus. It's okay now. It's the best.
Casemiro was dancing yesterday on field there.
Casemiro did not look good though. He didn't look good. What do you have to say about that?
Retirement
Not just Casemiro. I think the mood last night, it wasn't the same as the last 2 weeks from what we saw after Brentford. The mood, I don't know what maybe the Queen. I don't know. What
they said that
the mood was totally different at Old Trafford yesterday, and it wasn't just Casemiro, just the whole team. And it was a shocking decision from the referee to give that as a penalty against Martinez. Why are you laughing? It's just.
They said it's the Queen that made them.
I'm not saying it's the Queen, but I'm just saying the mood changed. The mood changed. I said maybe it's because of the news of the Queen passing on.
I love it when Man U fans are complaining.
Where do you think you guys? So where do you think what are your expectations for this season? Given
Europa League. First of
no,
all,
not Europa League. In the Europa League, in the Premier League.
Well, from last night, obviously, United are going to top the group.
Obviously.
Yes. Believe my word, they're going to top that group.
Okay.
But then other competitions, I'm a little bit concerned, especially in the Premier League. I think my predictions, Liverpool, City first, is Tottenham, Arsenal second. I think it's between United and Chelsea to battle that top four. That's fourth.
You don't think Liverpool make top four?
At the moment, it's difficult.
Okay, carry on your story.
It's difficult.
Fair.
So I think maybe when we get to January after the World Cup, we'll see where the teams are. But I think that fourth position is up for United and Chelsea for grabs. I think Tottenham and Arsenal are going to make top three. Then believe me, they wouldn't want to go another season trophyless, United. So I think they will be gunning, even if it's the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, they will be gunning for one of those, at least just to have a silver. They've not had one in 7 years.
Bro.
It's quite shocking.
United still have to go and keep. It's still a process. So you guys are dreaming for a trophy already.
Of course, they're going to win this
with what you played against Sociedad.
Sociedad
Didn't play anything and you guys still lost. You said it's because of the team died.
You
said you all have been lamenting and you want Casemiro
to win.
Look at Casemiro.
It could have been a draw.
Casemiro has been playing against Sociedad for how many years? They play year in, year out.
And I said it's not just
and he's still
Casemiro,
playing like that.
The entire team.
The entire team.
The whole
you have Ronaldo on pitch for 90 minutes. What did he perform?
He's washed.
Ronaldo is not washed. He wants to leave your club.
Ronaldo is washed.
Ronaldo wants to leave, but you guys didn't release Ronaldo. You said Ronaldo is part of your plan. What was the plan? Bro, let me tell you the fact. The fact still remains. Count Chelsea out. Me, I'm a Chelsea fan. Count Chelsea out when they're talking about top four and anything. We are now in the process to grow. Do you understand? And I love the fact that when you count Chelsea out and you say Chelsea is still in shambles, Chelsea makes something out of nothing. That is a fact. History speaks for itself. But what I'm going to say right now is that Man U is still a learning plan. Me, I just saw the match of yesterday against Real Sociedad. Okay, it's part of what we are expecting. You guys lost the first 2 games this season. It's still a process, so don't dream about winning a trophy.
You look at the players that came in.
Don't dream about winning a trophy.
You look at the players that came in last night.
What
they started the first? I think they started the first 2 games in the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ronaldo started the first 2 games in the Premier League.
He started the second game.
Casemiro started the first 2 games in the Premier League.
Maguire started the 2.
So it's because of Maguire you guys.
I'm not saying it's just because of them.
It's possible, Sha. That guy is too bad.
Maguire is not the cause. And I mean, Lisandro Martinez was fouled. Was the one that had the handball.
It wasn't a handball, was it?
Bro, fine. It was controversial.
Very controversial.
Accepted. But what I'm saying is that you guys can't even put the ball in the back of the net. When you have your highest goal scorer on pitch, Ronaldo scored 21 goals for you guys.
That was last season.
Yes. Why didn't you guys place him every season?
There's always going to be a rotation this season. And
no, they just. Let me tell you the fact. The fact still remains that Ten Hag is being adamant because Ronaldo, we all know, Ronaldo refused to show up on time for the beginning of the season.
He doesn't want to play in the Europa League.
So do you think that he should be playing Ronaldo? Do you think Ronaldo should be in the starting lineup to this day?
No.
For me, I'm not thinking that way. But you bringing in Ronaldo 10 minutes to the end of the game, 15 minutes to the end of the game is the slap on his face. Is a slap to the face of Manchester United Football Club.
And he should have let him go in the transfer
market. They should. Why did they say, it's not for sale? It's part of our plan.
He'll probably go in January.
He will.
I don't think
he will probably go in January.
He has to force that move.
He has to have to go. Because when you're having unhappy players in your team will fumble. Let me tell you something. You guys better go on that yesterday match. I didn't mean you start your first 11 that you guys used. They
were always going to rotate.
No,
it's just the rotation. And
when you're trying to rotate in a team that is not stable as Manchester United, in a team when you have unhappy players as Manchester United, there's bound to be a problem. That is the fact. There's bound to be a problem. Look at why will you play Ronaldo, another happy player? You guys have been benching him. Ronaldo has been playing 10 minutes per game in the whole of the beginning of this season. You play him in 90 minutes Europa League. Highest goal scorer in the history of Champions League. Highest goal scorer of all time in the history of football as a sport. I mean, it's a slap on his face. And he said it blue blank. I want to leave. Ten Hag came out. He said, Ronaldo is not for sale. It's part of my plan. Where's the plan?
No
lose it to Real Sociedad. And you think you're going to win with this same team? You want to win Europa League?
He won Arsenal last week. He won Liverpool at the back of
with
that.
With the same team?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's always going to be a rotation.
There should always be a rotation when you know your lead or your win is comfortable.
I agree with you there.
That's the truth. This is the first game of the season.
Of the Europa campaign.
Of the Europa campaign.
I guess he was believing his own hype. He thought he could rotate his team and get the result. But like you said, it's the first game of the campaign. They can easily turn it around. They can easily turn it around. And I like that Arsenal, they played a pretty decent 11 and they got the result. But I feel like they are a lot more settled than you guys. So
why?
They can even
Because
but they've been doing it for time.
That's why I said don't dream about any trophy. They've been there.
Yeah, and that's why I said that you guys need to queue up. You need to join the queue.
You don't say they are well coached as if Arteta just came in this summer.
That's what I'm saying. They understand his philosophy. They know that.
That's why they can rotate players and get the results.
They know that if I throw this pass, I know that Martinelli is there. Not now. Anthony came in. He played just one game. You expect? What do you expect? Nothing. If Ten Hag play less than 10 games, you expect to win a trophy, bro? Go and queue. There's a lot of people on the queue. Even said, Tottenham is not even dreaming of a trophy.
Okay, so there we have it. Yeah, exciting week of football has just gone by. We're gonna have a little break from Premier League football as a result of the news that happened to the Queen. You can still get your fix as there's La Liga games on, Serie A games on, Bundesliga games on, Ligue 1 games. You can bet all them on BetWinner. BetWinner comes through for you with instant cash outs, curated accumulators, birthday specials, and a whole lot of other great stuff. So make sure to check out BetWinner on all their platforms. Like and subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe to BetWinner's channels. Peace. Oh, before we go, we have 2 gifts from BetWinner for our guests, Dio and Gerald. Wow. You mind getting me those t-shirts real quick? Thank you. So here you guys go. Okay. That's one for you and one for you. Thank you so much. Shout out BetWinner. Peace.
I think I should have the white one.
You want white?
Yes, I prefer the white one.
White, green.
Oh, it's absolutely, it's beautiful. it's beautiful.
It looks good. It looks good actually.
Yeah. Shout out BetWinner.
Shout out BetWinner. Thank you for this. Really appreciate this.
Incredible. So thank you, BetWinner. And this is Accelerate TV. Make sure you subscribe here.
Yes, subscribe. What do you think about Liverpool Wolves?
Somewhere here.
What do you think about Liverpool Wolves?
All right, thank you. Let's go.